the black man's enemy and, all of this stuff. And, I really like to think about this from reality. Like, what exactly has history shown about black women and black men that would prove that black women are the black man's enemy and are actually disenfranchising black men? I would love to know if someone can tell me this with actual facts, other than the fact that black women are not allowing you to use and abuse them. But anywho, I did really want to talk about this today. I'm going to kind of mute up you guys, and if you guys can share the live, because I got a ban on my main page until Tuesday. So yeah, let me see. Today I am banned until Tuesday at like 5 p.m. So I'll be coming live from this particular page until then. So if you guys could share this out to people that you guys normally see in here, I would appreciate it. That way, we could get some more people up in here and we could have a conversation about this, because I find this to be crazy, like honestly, completely nuts, that there's really a man with a yuck mouth that really feels like it's okay for him to sit there and talk about how he would not help a black girl. He doesn't look at old black women the same in grocery stores. He's not going to help an old black woman do anything, which doesn't make any sense, because the really old black women are definitely the black women that give black men all type of leeway. So, anywho, if anybody wants to talk about this topic, just send me your request. Are black women the black man's enemy? What can you tell me that can prove, historically speaking, currently speaking, that black women have done something tangibly to black men that have disenfranchised them, harmed them, taken their lives, whatever the case may be, that would prove that they are the black man's number one enemy, or enemy in general? I would love to hear it. Has anybody seen a video of this man? Oh my goodness. He is completely unhinged. And I really do want to talk about it. And people that agree with this prompt and they do believe that black women are the black man's enemy, I would love for you to come up as well. If you could give me tangible things that black women as a collective have done to prove that they are the black man's enemy, please send me your request. What about black women that may indulge in or ascribe to feminism? What about those women have shown you that they are the enemy of the black man? And I like to speak in facts here, stats, things that are tangible, not just your feelings that you are upset that when you were in high school that a girl that you like didn't like you. That's not what I want to hear. I want to hear proof of what have black women done that they would be the number one on your list as far as them being your enemy. Like, what exactly would that be? Please let me know. I would love to know. Like, please let me know exactly what you've seen that would make black women the number one people that you would look at as a black man, as opposed to them being an enemy to you. I would love to hear it. Something factual, because this man really sat in his car and said that he doesn't trust old black women. He wouldn't help an old black woman get anything in the grocery store because of how evil black women are. He doesn't, little black girls he doesn't care about. Hey, how you doing, Miss Chrissy, baby? Yes, and that's what I'm saying, Pluto. No smoke for the white tea man that is still putting them on trees, strange fruiting them currently, actively, right now. But you're mad at black women? That's the people that you want to dedicate your page to hating? Seeing as though without a black woman, you wouldn't even exist, sir. But you're talking about that. It makes no sense to me. And like I said, I'm open for debate. Debate me. I'm open for you to speak. I will allow you to speak 2 minutes uninterrupted. Let me know what you can say, historically speaking, currently speaking, with stats and statistics that show that black women are the black man's enemy and are actively harming them in the black community at a high rate. Let me know. What stats can you prove? Anything that would point to that. Would love to hear it. Would love to hear it. Would love to hear it. Yeah. So my thing is this, is that I'm really tired of men like the man that's in this picture that have failed in life, that are undesirable, that have a mouthful of cavities and gingivitis, that have so much to say about black women. You don't even know black women like you. I don't believe that you do, because the majority of black women that you come in contact with look at you and say ew, and ignore you. What intimate relationships are you having with a whole lot of black women? Dare I say, you could probably count them on one hand. That's not representative of the collective of black women. You're not having access to black women. And then the type of black women that would entertain a man like this are not even going to be high quality black women. If they're not high quality, they're definitely going to be mentally off some way, because there's no way you would entertain a black man like this unless your brain was not functioning correctly. So once again, anybody that you're coming in contact with is just not, I refuse to believe that they're on the level as a black woman. It's just not the case. Yes, and I totally agree, Miss Chrissy, baby, as well. But if you guys go and you look at this man's videos, a lot of his videos are surrounded or centered on hating black women, hating black girls, and acting like black men are blameless and without fault for the way the state of the black community is, or the state of relations between black men and black women. Pluto, you said he was even talking about harming little girls. Now, I didn't even know that, because I didn't do like a super deep dive on his videos. The videos that I did see were disgusting and disturbing. And this is a unhinged man. And I think that that's something that we don't talk about enough, is that red pill, social media has really allowed a lot of dusty black men to feel empowered and to feel as if they need to have a voice to speak about their frustrations at not being desired by women, and not just by black women, not being desired by women, period, because he's in the car by himself. So that means black women don't want him. White tea women don't want him. White tea Hispanics and Latinas don't want him. Asian women don't want him. None of those women want him. And so this is where you have, when unwanted men don't have anywhere to go, undesirable men don't have anywhere to turn to, they turn to violence and rage and hatred. And also lies. But if anybody wants to request, please send me a request. Let's see here, Miss Chrissy, baby. You said if they don't like black women, why don't they please leave us alone? I don't know, sis. I really don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand it. It makes literally no sense. Because once again, I'm going to keep asking the question as people come in and out of the live, are black women the black man's enemy? What have black women done to affect black men collectively? What have black women done to black men to even push this narrative? Huh? What have black women done? And beyond that, what have other people done to black men that is far more severe of anything that you could dare want to put on to black women? I think y'all know who's done way more to the black man, but he'll never speak on it because he's scared. He's scared to speak on it, but he's not scared to get online and talk about black women and talk about his mother. So, anywho, I really would love to talk about this from somebody that actually believes this. If you believe this, send me a request, please. I will allow you to speak for 2 minutes uninterrupted. If you believe this, please send me a request immediately. I really want to hear from you so that I can really pick the brain of someone that would agree with this. So if you agree with this, please send me a request. I will allow you to speak for 2 minutes uninterrupted. Let's see here. Miss Chrissy Baby said, I think they're jealous of us because despite systemic oppression, we push on and strive. I think that has a lot to do with it. Let's see here. Josh Love says other communities see that too. That's why they don't take the BM seriously. I mean, I can't debate that. I think that has a lot to do with a lot of it. Of course, anti-blackness, but a lot of it has to do with just this crazy behavior of being naked for the world to see. But once again, if you believe that black women are the black man's enemy, number one enemy, mind you, please send me a request and tell me what points and facts and proof that you have to indicate this. I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. And, it's crazy because you hear these type of black men that talk about things like this. I never, ever hear them mention any fault of men, any blame for the crime in the black community or anything of that nature. Hold on. I think I got a request. Maybe it's somebody right here that can answer my question. We'll see. I'm very anxious. Hey, how are you doing, Mr. Thirsty?
All right. I seen the video that you're talking about. Go ahead with your comment.
Well, the only thing I was saying is that if you want to answer the question is just, are black women the black man's enemy or the number one enemy to black men? And what proof do you have to indicate that black women are, historically speaking, currently speaking?
All right. We look at the way the system is structured right now, as we speak this very moment. If me and a black woman get into it, I don't care how many brothers, uncles, fathers, sons, or cousins she got. The first person she called is 911. And 911 is clearly the white G-man, and that's my enemy. There's no doubt about that. So that's one point. I'll give a second scenario or a second point of view. As soon as I fall on hardship and I ain't got the money to pay the rent, she don't go to another. She don't say, you know what? Well, let's work together with family and friends to get it together. She say, you know what? I'm leaving you, and I'm gonna let the government take care of me and these kids. See, the way I look at it like this, even though I'm a father and I take care of my responsibilities, I don't have to be a provider if you're not there to be provided for. So, you know what I'm saying? When I see comments like his and I see the rebuttals that I hear from a lot of the females, the black females on this app, it's just like, you know what, y'all all messed up and twisted in the head. Y'all can call it how y'all want, but at the end of the day, most of y'all have never been in some of these situations that y'all be speaking on, and y'all refuse to accept it. I agree that somebody needs to step up to the plate and help guide and lead the community. But if the black man can't get the woman to follow, there's nobody to guide. If the black woman don't want to, you know what I'm saying, if she want to be the leader and she want to punk the man at the same time, there's not going to be any men to follow her. And it's ultimately have left us as a community torn in half. Whereas we talking about 50-50 when we both know that it requires way more. We know what it requires in order to survive. So if paying all the bills by yourself got you with 2 slices of bologna and some bread at the end of all your money being gone, cool, be my guest. But if me and you going 50-50 gonna leave some steak on the table, you know what I'm saying? That's what would actually make sense. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? I just understood. I heard his video, and I'm hearing what you're saying, where you're coming from. And I just think that as a people, we need to focus on rebuilding instead of continuously destroying each other with these narratives for likes and views and opinions. That's just my opinion. I land my plane.
All right. I got you. Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to say that I find the things that you said deeply, deeply disturbing, and also ashy, to be honest with you. You mentioned calling 911. You getting into it with a woman and her calling 911. I can guarantee you, if you get into it with a black woman and she sees fit to call 911, it's because she's scared of you doing bodily harm to her. You are a man. You are in a position of superior strength. So you mentioning black women being an enemy by calling on 911 on a man that is actively being aggressive towards her is pure insanity. And the thing about men like yourself that talk about black men leading and the black women following and all of these other type of things, I really need y'all to realize that the whole following and leading and submission conversations, y'all got that from the white T man. And y'all have decided for some reason that you feel like you can play the white T man's game when you cannot. You cannot follow behind the white T man at all in these ways at all. And my thing is, when y'all talk about 50-50, y'all want a woman to go work 40 hours a week, do exactly what you do, pay exactly the same bills that you're paying. Exactly what would she need to follow your lead for? She's doing the exact same thing that you're doing. So what about would that make you a leader? Of the fact that you have a penis? And I really wish that y'all would stop acting like, because who told you this? Who told you that a woman has to follow your lead when you can't even do anything different than what she's doing? It makes absolutely no sense. And then the last thing that you said when you mentioned, hold on. The other thing that you mentioned as well, you mentioned about like women leaving you if you can't pay the bills or y'all having bad times and you can't provide for them and she'd rather go and get taken care of by the state. I want to know in what world, what race of woman is staying with a man that is too broke to take care of his woman and his children? Nobody. And it's very upsetting that y'all constantly try to put these things onto. Just a second. Just a minute. Both of y'all. Wait. I find it very disturbing that you guys oftentimes put the actions that mostly every single solitary race of women would do and put it just on black women. A white woman that has a lot to offer is not staying with a man that has her living in the streets. Now you can get one of those backyard barnyard Beckys that are 5,000 pounds. Maybe you can get them to go ahead and stay with you. But a regular white tea woman is not going to do that. An Asian woman is not going to do that. An Indian woman is not going to do that. A white tea Hispanic is not going to do that. A Latina is not going to do that. I have no idea why y'all feel like black women are the ones that have to stick with y'all and sit there and eat one pack of ramen noodles and share it amongst all of us just to be with you in brokenness and struggle. It makes no sense. The black woman is the only one demonized for not wanting to live in struggle. You would never expect any of these other races of women to do that. And like I said, this is the reason why there's not going to be able to be a repair for a lot of black men with the relations between black women because y'all are unrealistic and y'all don't live in reality at all. Who wants to sit there and be with somebody that's broken, can't take care of them? And then you act like having a man is not an added thing in your life. You have a man you just said you want to go 50-50 and you want to tell a woman what to do. You want her to follow your lead and be led by you. So why would a woman go through all of that and you can't pay all the bills? She might as well pay all of the bills herself and then not have to worry about somebody in her house trying to tell her what to do that doesn't even have any success. It doesn't make any sense. Like, honestly, I just
tell a woman what to do. You adding to, and I got a witness sitting right here.
That's exactly what you said.
That's not what I said.
I wrote down everything that you said. I wrote down everything you said.
Hold on. I started out by telling you that the comments, pretty much the comments I'm about to give you, don't even apply to me. But you were so quick to just...
No, I don't care if they apply to you or not. You said it. Wait a minute.
Hold on. I started...
No. Hold on. I don't know what you think this is, but calm down. You didn't mention anything about these things don't apply to you. You didn't say that. You went into what you had to say.
At the bottom.
What?
I didn't tell him.
I don't know what you're talking about. And regardless of whether this applies to you or not, you said that these are the things that black women are doing. And I addressed that the things that you're saying black women are not doing and the thought process and the ideology behind what you said is insane. And it really is.
Hold on. I told you when I started, I said, these things don't apply to me. I take care of my responsibilities. You didn't hear that part because you was already ready.
You said that at the end. You said
No,
that
I
at the
didn't
end of
say
what
it
you
at
were
the
talking
end.
about.
No, I did not
And
say
you
it at
only
the
said
end.
that
I
regarding
said
child
it at
support,
the
sir.
beginning. I said it at the
That you never
beginning.
said that. You
I
only
said
said it
it at the
regarding child
beginning.
support. Please don't change the narrative. That's not what you said.
The girl down there at the bottom, I'll tell you, I said that when I first started. When I first opened up, I said these
No,
things.
you didn't.
Yeah, that was said.
Why am I gonna lie about it?
But I don't know, but I know that you didn't say
Why
it.
would I? So you mean to tell me I didn't sit here and tell you I was a father?
You said when you addressed the part about child support, you said that doesn't
I
apply
didn't
to
say
me
nothing
right
about
there.
support.
I take
I
care of my
didn't.
responsibilities.
I
As
didn't
far as
say nothing
everything else
about. I
that you
didn't say
said,
nothing about child
okay.
support.
All
I
right.
didn't say
What
nothing
what do
about.
you have to say? This isn't about
I
you.
didn't say
So
nothing
don't
about
internalize
child
this. This isn't
support.
about you. This is
You
about
have.
exactly what you said.
You didn't listen. You just didn't
Oh,
listen.
I
You
know you
delusional.
didn't listen. You didn't listen.
No, I
You
didn't.
didn't
Nobody
listen.
could have said anything about child support. Ask anybody else that's been
You
listening. They'll
just
tell
sat
you.
there and said
Nobody
that the
said
women
nothing about
go,
child
oh,
support.
okay. I can't. You just sat there and said, because you're not going to gaslight me, bro. You just sat there and
Nobody
said black women
gaslighting you.
want to leave and go be taken care of with their children by the state and the government because the man is down bad. That's what you said out of your mouth. Did you not?
Excuse me, ma'am. I've been sitting here in the passenger seat the entire time, and I'm sorry, but nothing was ever said about child support. And he did say at the beginning that none of that applied to him specifically.
Just giving a point of view.
I'm neutral. I'm completely neutral, but both of those things.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna take your word for it. Can ladies in the comments tell me if he said that?
Okay,
Oh,
well,
okay.
I
All
mean,
right. Do y'all see all the ladies in the
but
comments
that's
that said
okay.
you
Have
definitely
a
said
nice
that?
evening.
I just want to make sure because I don't know this lady in the bottom. But did y'all hear it? Okay, thank you. So how many women are here? 1, 2, 3. Can y'all keep going? Can y'all let me know? Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that people heard what he said. Okay. Yeah, because she's lying too. All right, I got you. What? Like, then he want to sit there and yell at me, and I could barely hear him anyway because I don't know if he was driving or what. It was very difficult to hear what he was saying. But I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna let this woman speak. Go ahead, Fatima. I'll start your timer. Go ahead. You had something to say, or did you just come up here because you wanted to defend that man?
We have something to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, this will be my first time ever doing this, so I just want to make sure that I'm doing it right, meaning like giving my opinion about something. I raised, 6 children, 5 boys, been married a few times, and I work as a CDO, commercial truck driver, teaching nothing but mostly black men. And I know the way they treat me, okay, being a black woman in a male dominant field, they do not have any respect for me at all, regardless of what I try to give them to make their life successful. They come to the school like they have anger, and mainly when they see me being the only black instructor that know how to teach them to be better people in society, they seem to hate me for my position and for what I had to work hard for. And I see it all the time through all the students that comes to our school. And it seemed like they have some type of issue of hating black women, especially women that's of color that has themselves together, that have confidence, that's in leadership, that's taking care of their business, and that's giving a contribution to society. I don't know what happened from the 60s up to 2000, but it seemed like black men, from what I see personally, is starting to resent black women or any woman in that matter that has any type of power or any type of encouragement with leadership that's building themselves to put back to society to make a better community. I don't agree with this gentleman what he's saying. He don't know what he's talking about. Black women is not against black men. If anything, black men seem to be against black women. Unless they could use them, destroy them, break them, then they don't want to have nothing to do with them. And that's all I have to say. It's sad.
All right. I got you, Fatima. Yeah, you guys. I was really, hoping that I would be able to have a longer conversation with that gentleman. But like I said, I felt like, first of all, it was difficult. Like I said, the background noise to hear everything that he was saying, but I definitely heard, the encouragement of struggle love. And I think that that is something also to unpack, that I think a large reason why a lot of black men currently have a problem with black women is that black women do not want to live in struggle any longer. They do not want to be with the man that is broke, that has them working just as much as they're both working. You're working just as much as your man. However, he is not doing anything at the house. You're doing the domestic labor. You're doing the raising the children. He's trying to tell you what to do. He's trying to control you. He's cheating on you. He's doing all of these other things. I think that that's the problem, that there are a lot of black women that want to opt out of struggle love. And there are a lot of black men that currently cannot offer anything but that. They cannot offer anything financially. They cannot offer anything emotionally. They cannot offer anything physically. They cannot offer anything to these women at all other than strictly their presence. And now that that is not just an option for some women, they don't, not that I'm saying that there are still some women that get down like that, but there are a lot of women that are just like, hey, you just being here is not enough. If you're going to be here, you're going to have to make my life better or easier or smoother in some way. And these men are not able or not capable to do it. And that's really, in my opinion, the whole issue. Really, is that there are a lot of black women that are breaking the brainwashing, the programming that they have received since birth about black men and black women and the dynamics that they're supposed to be. If you're a black woman and you have something going for yourself, you're supposed to accept the dusty. You're supposed to build that man up. And that's your responsibility and your duty as a black woman. However, a black man that is completely successful and has everything in his hands, he's never supposed to build up the black woman. He's supposed to look for everything other than a black woman first, and then maybe a black woman that he feels like meets these insane qualifications, right? But a black man that has everything to offer is looking for someone on his level. A black woman that's on the level, she's supposed to always lower her standards. And I think that is a huge, huge problem. And I wish more men would just admit it and say that that's what it is. They want life for black women to look like Baby Boy with Taraji and Tyrese. You get a girl, she has a job, she's with you, you have nothing, you're driving her car, leaving her at work, using her car to cheat on her. You know what I'm saying? You're abusive. And at the end of the day, what do you get out of it? Another baby. Nothing else of nothing else that is of importance. And I think that is exactly what black men still want black women to be in. And even though, like I said, there are still black women and black girls that get down on that type of time, there are a lot of black women that are not willing to do that any longer, or they want better for themselves. They're trying to work, they have a good career, they're going to school, they want somebody that can match that. And there are a lot of black men that cannot. So now, because of that, the lack of access to certain types of black women, now it's, oh, you're the enemy. You're the enemy of black men. You're the worst of the worst. Look at you. You're worse than the white tea man. Worse than the white tea man? That is strange fruiting you, incarcerating you unjustly sometimes, oppressing you, playing in your face on a regular basis. They're not the enemy though. Or is it because you're afraid to say that they're the enemy? So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I just really feel like there's got to be something done though, truthfully, with these type of men, because these type of men are the men that go out in the world and end up harming a black woman for no reason. He tries to talk to you and you say you're not interested, and he has all of this rage bubbled up inside, and then he ends up deleting you. Or he ends up beating you up, or he ends up raping you. These are the men that are walking around that are undesirables. Like this man, if y'all go to his page, he has a mouthful of cavities and gingivitis and periodontitis. Yet he is here complaining about black women when I know that the majority of black women are not giving this man any time, opportunity, or play. Like I said earlier, the type of black women that he probably has access to are the worst of the worst that black women have to offer. Because if any black woman was to give a man that looks like this a chance, I already know that she is mentally unstable, a smackhead, or the worst of the worst. Ain't no black woman that is intelligent, got something going on for herself, attractive, is ever going to entertain a man like this. Like, this man literally has on a ball cap that he looked like he got from Dollar Tree. Like, it don't even have no designs on it or nothing. Like, that's, do you know how broke you have to be to wear a generic cap as a man? Like, my God, like, this man is down really, really. Let me stop. This man is down really bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's taking it out on women. He's taking it out on girls. This man literally said in his video that he would not help an old black woman in a grocery store. Like, what? I don't even know what to say about that. And to the guy that left, I really feel like I'm glad he came up, because once again, this is a look into the mind of black men that are broke, busted, and disgusted. Broke, busted, and disgusted. It's just crazy. I really don't even know what else to say. Hopefully, though, I can get another black man that will come up here, or even another woman that can tell me what black women have done, because nothing that he said even answered the prompt. Nothing that this man even said answered the freaking prompt. What have black women done as a collective to harm black men, to show that they are the black man's enemy, the black man's number one enemy? What have black women done collectively to show you that you can prove with stats, historical context, whatever you want to call it, and not just talking about, oh, you know what, I lost my job and I wasn't able to feed my baby mama and my kids, so she got on TANF and got some food stamps. What part of that is being the black man's enemy, huh? So once again, if somebody could come up here with an actual fact, any men that are listening to this, if you actually have some facts, please come up here. I will allow you to speak uninterrupted, just like I allowed that man to. I gave him his minutes and he wanted to interject and run the live, and that's not what I'm going to allow to happen here. So, yeah. So once again, if any man wants to come up here, please, I will give you your time to speak as well. Let me know exactly what it is that black women have done to show you that black women are the black man's number one enemy. I wish that you would say it, because there's a lot of times that I see a lot of dusty, crusty, rusty, busty, musty black men that always have something to say about black women being their enemy, but never anything about the white tee man that constantly and consistently plays in their face. You have white tee police officers that will put their knee on your neck until you expire and then kiki about it. You have white tee men or white tee Hispanics that will turn around and toe tag your sons and then sign packages, Skittle packages, and walk around untouched. You have men that will strange fruit you and get away with it, or pew pew you and get away with it. But yet black women are the ones that you want to get here on these lives and talk about you hate so much, and they do so much to you. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Tell me what black women are out here strange fruiting black men. Tell me what black women are out here putting their knees on the necks of black men. Tell me what black women are out here toe tagging and unaliving black men. Tell me where these things are happening. Where are black women disenfranchising black men? And when y'all say child support, if you didn't want to pay child support, you could easily keep your semen to yourself and not create that child. You are the one that's in charge of releasing that seed. So what are we talking about? Let's see here. Let the world burn says Hispanics doing what? You heard what I said. I was talking about George Zimmerman. You heard what I said. So what's the question? All right. So like I said, that's something that I would really like to hear. Give me some proof on what black women are doing, because we're not going to talk about how in California, white tea Hispanics are really terrorizing black people out there. So terrorizing black men, toe tagging black men. So what exactly have black women done? Please let me know. Okay, I'm gonna block you. Let the world burn. Please get up out of here. Bye. You're blocked. Okay. Let's see here. Dolo Dave says, "Are you black?" What do you think, dummy? I'm gonna block you too. All right, because why would you ask me that? What do you think? All right. Exactly, Miss Chrissy baby. Was it a black woman that was with Shannon Sharp that literally took all of this man's money that he worked for all of his life through his career, got concussed for, got jacked up for? Was that a black woman? Okay. All right. Just doesn't make any sense. So like I said, I'm just waiting for a black man to come up here and actually give me stats, history that shows that black women are the black man's number one enemy. Please, 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 please send me a request if you are a black man and you have the proof. I will allow you to speak for 2 minutes uninterrupted. 2 minutes uninterrupted, please. The chosen one, you said social media. I'm not for sure what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. I literally have no idea what you mean by that. Because I know you can't be saying that black women talk about black men on social media when literally a white tea man, Charlie Smirk, was just unalive that had the most to say about black men and black women and black people. And it's a whole host of them that say way worse than black women could ever say. But y'all don't mention them conveniently. Not to mention, y'all are on social media 24/7 talking about how you don't like black women and this, that, and the third. So what are we talking about? The chosen one, you said social media is dividing us. It's so funny that there are a lot of men that say this. I've talked to a lot of black women, and what's actually dividing black women from black men is black men's behavior in real life. I've talked to, at this point, thousands and thousands of black women. And when I ask them about their experiences with black men, they never say social media, ever. Their main gripes are things that have happened in their personal and real lives. I mean, you could say a little bit of social media, but that's probably on the lower part of the list. Let's see here. The chosen one says, but women make problems in the community also. Yes, but who makes the majority of the problems in the community? The chosen one. I would love for you to answer me. Who makes the majority of the problems in the black community? Who's committing the most crime, the most violent acts? Who is making the broken homes? You said both parties? Men commit the majority. This is of all races of crime. Okay? And men commit 90%, 90 to 95% of all unalivings here in the United States, men only. And I think it's like 80% of violent acts in general. And I think crime, it's like 75 to 78% of all crime, of like, that includes like stealing and stuff like that, is men. What are you talking about? It's not equal. And I know that it hurts y'all to hear that it's not equal, but it's not equal. And if we want to talk about forcible rape, 99.1% of forcible rape is committed by men. So what are you talking about? What problems? Because if you're talking about single motherhood, a mother can't be a mother without a father making her one. So that would, and the women are the ones staying and raising the children, not y'all. So y'all would even be more responsible in that aspect. What are you talking about? I don't even understand. I'm confused. But beyond that, I don't even want to talk about that. Answer the prompt. I'm bringing you up, the chosen one. I need you to answer the prompt. What have black women done that you can give me with stats and facts and also historical context that black women have done to show you that they are the black man's number one enemy?
First off, you can't say, you got to say some women. Some women still believe in helping, building, doing this and then the third.
What have black women shown black men? Once again, I'm going to ask you again so you understand what I'm saying. What have black women done to prove that they are the black man's number one enemy? Okay? And you need to give me stats, facts, historical context to prove your point, not just something anecdotal about a woman putting you on child support or cheating on you or something like that. I need something tangible that we can look at.
Oh man. Only thing I could say is I ain't never experienced a sister taking a brother down, but you know, you see it. You see it. Y'all, everybody see it in the world. We can't say we personally seen it in our community or whatever. You see it around the world. We getting dragged the most about YT men being better than us, more provided than us, this and that and the third, on every platform that is. Now you can't say that's not true.
Okay,
But
so let me ask you a
also,
question. Let me ask you,
you can
let me ask you
say,
a question. Just a second, chosen one. Let me ask you a question because I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. I said, what have black women done to prove that they are the black man's number one enemy? You mentioned that they're online upset with black men, saying that white men can do better and provide better or whatever the case may be. I'm asking you, you don't think white men have done worse to you and talked worse
I
about you?
don't, listen, I'm the type of person, I don't care who you date. It's about how you go at it. Just
This
because you
isn't
dating a
about
white
dating. I
man
don't think
or
you're
a
getting
black
what I'm
one or
saying.
white woman,
Oh
you don't
my
have
God.
to
I don't think you're
bash
understanding
the
what I'm
culture.
saying.
I
I don't
do.
think you're understanding what I'm saying.
And that's what I answer your
Have
question.
white men and white women done far worse to you as a black
They done
man
nothing
or
to
as a
me.
collective? Okay,
That's the
so
what that happened. That's that things that happened in the past I don't agree with, but they haven't done nothing to me personally.
okay, well then if
See
that's
what
the
I'm
case, then
saying?
black women haven't done anything to you either. As a collective. They haven't either. Because white people have created institutions to disenfranchise not only you, but the collective of black men. So if you don't care about that, that's fine. No problem. But if you can say that, then you can't say anything about black women either. By your own admission of what you said. What?
No, you taking things and turning it around, man.
I'm just taking on what you're actually saying.
No,
Okay.
no, you running it around, man. What I'm trying to say is, and it's the truth. I mean, you could click off this live and go and scroll down on this thing. That's all you gonna see. Black women, this black men, that. It's you gotta be real for once. We tearing each other's down. We stop all that, this and that and the third, and all that. We tearing
Okay,
each
I'm
other down.
done. All right, I got you. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you if you're not gonna answer the prompt. Did you have anything to
I
answer with the prompt?
did. You
That you're
taking it the
talking about
wrong way,
something that
man.
doesn't have the this
You
doesn't
taking it the wrong
this
way.
doesn't have anything to do with the prompt, sir. I'm
The
talking
problems in
about.
the community is both in the black community is
So
both
you're saying that
sides.
black women are the enemy, the number one enemy to
I
black
ain't
men
said it's
because of
the enemy.
social
You ain't
media?
listening. I said the problem is both sides. We
I
are
didn't I didn't
going
ask
against
you
each
what the
other.
problem was, sir. I don't need you to tell me what the problem is. All I'm asking you is for you to answer the prompt. What have black women done to black men to show that they're the number one enemy to black men? If you
They
don't have
done
an
they
answer to
damage
that
in the
question,
community.
if
They
you
done damage in the community too.
what? Okay, so black women have done more damage in the black community than white men have, or than black
I'm
men have.
not
Is that what you're
I'm
saying?
not talking about no violence. I'm talking about all the
What's the
conniving,
damage?
trifling,
You
other
doesn't
things
have
that
to be
someone
violence.
listen.
What
I
damage have
don't know
black
how
women
you
done?
grew up. I grew up in the projects, one of the biggest projects in my city. I seen all the conniving stuff
Okay,
men and
what
women
have
can do.
okay, sir. I
And
want
it's
you to stay
worse
on
now.
topic. What have black
I
women
am.
done? Okay, so what have black
And
women
I
done in the
said
community? What have
they
they done?
did. They done things wrong in the community
What?
also.
What? What have they done in the community? Answer it. If it's so prevalent, what have they done?
Backdooring homies, backdooring homegirls, starting beef in the hood with dudes, pillow
Backdooring
talking,
homegirls. What is
creating
backdooring
wars,
homegirls?
created wars. People died behind fucked up ass women. Created wars in the hoods behind conniving women.
That's the
This
dumbest
I'm,
thing I ever
I'm
heard in my life.
oh no, it's not. I'm
That's the dumbest
45.
thing I ever heard in my life.
It's the
Do you
truth.
know that white men have dropped off guns, oh, excuse me, pew pews
That's the
and
truth.
rugs in the black community? So that is less than a black woman, you say,
See,
backdooring
you
somebody?
bringing white preference in something that we
Oh
talking
my
about the
God. Like
culture. We
this
talking
is
about the
so,
culture. You bringing in white
Sir,
what?
preference.
This is
sir,
ridiculous.
sir,
This is
have
ridiculous.
what about the C-rack epidemic caused by black BLK males? Was that worse than black women backdooring each other? What about the C-rack and D-rugs epidemic? that pretty much almost wiped our community out of this country. And you guys have not been accountable for selling smugs in the streets and to your own people, poisoning your own communities just for a Cadillac and a gold chain. You have yet to be accountable for that. And you want to sit up here and talk
We
about
have,
black.
cause the
No, you
ones
haven't.
that did
No, you don't
pay
interrupt
the
me.
price
You have
for it.
not. No, you have not been held accountable. Not in the black community. The black community has not held BLK males accountable for selling poison to this community. You have not. So for you to sit up here and try to make an attempt to say that black males poisoning this community back in the 80s and the 90s is not bigger than what black women gossiping about each other, be for real, sir. Be for real. Because for you guys to sell poison to this community and never been held accountable for it, and then you want to sit back and talk about gossiping black women, are you serious, sir? Are you okay? Are you well? Are you well?
You know what? I think though, to be honest with you, I appreciate you, PG 1908. I think that there is a difficulty of processing the information, comprehension of what we're saying. I don't think he actually comprehends what we're saying. I don't think he's able to do it. And I think that that also was a very big problem. Y'all know we have men up here a lot that come up, and I think that they're not even capable of having a conversation because the intellect is not there, it's mismatched. So they don't even understand the conversation. The only thing
But
they can,
triggered. He's sitting up here saying that BLK women have destroyed the black community because they backdoor each other, they stab each other. I'm sorry, they gossip about each other and backdoor each other. So and it's crazy because I hear this all the time on these panels where these guys get up here and say that black women's outfits and weaves and lashes is destroying the community, and they sat up here and poisoned the community, and they never even speak on that.
I definitely agree with you. Do you know how many black men have told stories about being okey doked and set up by homeboys to be robbed or unalived, or they want their position or whatever the case
And
may
and
be?
and and
I don't
BLK and
know.
BLK males take each other out over tennis shoes.
Yeah.
BLK, they take each other out over dice games. They take each other out if their team don't win. Is he okay? Is this dude for real or is this a joke? Like, I can't believe this man. And then he said he grew up in certain types of neighborhoods, so he sees this firsthand. I can't believe he coming up here pushing this crap at his big age. Man, go to sleep for real, cause he getting on my nerves.
Like I said, I agree. I think the problem is, though, to be honest, is that there's no answer. They don't have any answer. And like the majority of black men, their default is to find some way to put it on women. Just like when I mentioned crime, like who's responsible for most crime, he said in the comments, it's both. It's not both. It's never been both. Men have always, of all races, of all ethnicities, of all nationalities, have been the majority of the perpetrators of all crime, violent or not. So to even start saying that means that there's already something not working upstairs. That you would even say that you're grossly uneducated. So it's just like, yeah, you just want to find some way to put it on black women, because anything that you can say that black women have done, a man has done it a bajillion times worse. A bajillion times worse. When he talks about, oh, there's men that have been unalive, who's doing the unaliving? So couldn't be no backdooring from the woman for somebody to do the unaliving if wasn't no men around. Nobody would be in the dirt. So let's be clear here. But I just, maybe with you speaking and me speaking, maybe he can understand it now. So the chosen one, once again, sir, what have black women done, tangibly speaking, that would prove that they would be a bigger enemy to black men than per se the white T man, the white T woman, because they still engage in acts of terror, racism, and violence against black people to this very day. There are black men that are truck drivers that are being found hanging from trees or missing or found unalived in their trailers in places where black people aren't supposed to be. So exactly what have black women done to terrorize black men in this way? Do you have an answer? Or no? I sent you a request to turn your mic on. Yeah. Maybe you understand now what we're saying.
I mean, you gonna take it how you wanna. I ain't no enemy. I'm not the enemy to my sisters. I know exactly what you mean. I'm not the enemy. I don't be around here saying this and that because some men saying this stuff out of hurt. I'm not that one of them kind of guys. I'm trying to say is that we both, as till we settle all our problems, we are our own enemies in the community. That's all I'm saying. We both have to take accountability of action that we cause in the community. That's it. Women is not,
What do black women need to take accountability for in the community as you see it?
man, I'm just saying from how times on change between man and woman, I don't expect a woman to stay with a man that ain't doing this for so long, this and that, third. But sometimes y'all don't even be wanting to fight. And then when things go left and that person get up, you be like, dang,
Wait, what, sir?
it's no
Black
real
women don't want
fight.
to fight what? Fight what, sir?
Fight for each other. Everybody's so quick to walk away and this and that and the third, put things aside. Everybody just like,
And why do you
when
think
things
most
go
black women
bad,
are,
you see like
sir,
disloyalty.
sir?
You just see
Why do you think
disloyalty.
most black women are walking away in relationships? What do you think the typical reason that she would walk away for?
Like any person would, they probably ain't happy.
Okay, because of what?
How they getting treated or what they doing wrong.
Okay, so if somebody's not getting treated right, if they getting cheated on, if they getting gaslit and narcissistic behavior, they should walk away. So does that make her an enemy if she's walking away on logistic or logical reasons? How is she an enemy if she's walking away because she's not being treated right? If you
P-
cheat on her, she should walk away from you. So how does that make her an enemy?
PG 1908. That's what the other dude that was up here alluded to as well. He alluded to the fact that black women weren't sticking around and staying. And that's what I said. I think a lot of the problem is that there are a lot of black women that don't want to participate in struggle love anymore. And
And
men
they
are
see
upset
that
about
as
it.
us being enemies. That's
Yes,
crazy.
yes.
If
Because
you
they
do
want you to
wrong,
sit
you
there.
deserve to get left.
Yeah. You know, it's women leaving now for cheating, women that didn't used to do that. It's women that are saying, black women that are saying, hey, you know what? I got a job. I'm making this amount a year. You need to at least make that amount. And then the guy saying, well, I don't make that. I work at, the hardware store or whatever. And I'm not making none of that. I'm making minimum wage. And the woman said, well, hey, I'm not trying to talk to you then. I think that's the problem. Honestly, I think that a lot of women are just opting out.
But see, here's the thing: he wouldn't stay if somebody cheated on him, though.
Nope. I mean, you already know. You already know that type of grace and struggle love is only for black women. We the ones that's supposed to do the struggling. They're not though. You know how that goes. But I'm gonna let you guys, ladies, finish this out. Let me go up here to Monica, and then I'll go down here to Rena. Go ahead, Monica. Hey, sis, how you doing?
Hey sis, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. Feminists, betas, most educated, 92 percenters, and the matriarchy. So pretty much, let me guess, this guy set up here and try to dog and disrespect us, right?
Yep. He was just talking about how black women are the enemy and stuff like that.
Okay, so I find it very odd of how we're the enemy, but yet a lot of black men do majority of unaliving and raping of their fellow men, women and children. But we're the enemy. Like the other guy who teacup saying that we're the enemy because we want to leave a bad situation and we don't want to stick around. We leave in a bad situation because we can. We protecting our peace and we can. We're not like our grandmothers. We're not like our great grandmothers. Where, truth be told, they didn't stay with our grandfathers and great grandfathers because they love the nick knocker. No, they stayed because they didn't have nowhere to go. And then a lot of people ain't gonna take in a woman and a whole bunch of her kids, so she had to grin and bear it. But now we don't have a whole bunch of kids. We have one, maybe two at the max, and we got places to go. We could own a home without them. We got bank accounts, but we can get bank accounts without them, own houses without them, and everything like that. You know, the guy Newski saying that he was speaking facts. He wasn't speaking facts. So Newski, are you okay? Let's say you have a daughter. Are you gonna tell your daughter to stay with a man who is gonna knock her between the goddamn washer and dryer? Hello, Newski gang.
I
Newski
blocked
gang.
him. I blocked him
Oh
since,
damn it!
yeah, because he be
I
he
wish
be
you.
following me on all my lives saying crazy stuff.
Yeah, like I know he would not. He would not allow a man to knock between the washer and dryer. You know, and then that woman who you're not that they be knocking between the washer and dryer. They another nigga's daughter. I'm sorry to say the N word, but you know they another man's daughter. You know, so you gonna knock another man's daughter between the washer and dryer, but you don't want no man to do that to your daughter. You know, these men are such beta males. It doesn't make no sense, you know, because we want to do better. We're the enemies. Well, how about you do this? Do you see us doing better? Then you need to do better. You need to step your game up. As easy as 1, 2, and 3. I mean, all these men in these other communities to step their game up, but majority of y'all can't. Come on, get it together. I'll land right there.
All right, I got you, sis. Yeah, like I said, y'all, I don't know. I don't know what I thought, you know what I'm saying? But I did think that I could, I mean, I already knew that there's no way that they can answer the prompt. But okay, so let me just say this. I know that there's no way that they can answer the prompt because it's not true. Black women haven't done anything to prove that they are the black man's number one enemy or even the black man's enemy at all. There's no way to prove that with any type of stats, facts, historical context, nothing, because black women, it's just not true. But the things that they were saying though, I find is very telling. Like the fact that 2 black men that were up here talked about black women leaving men when they're not happy and not fighting for them and staying through whatever BS that they're putting these women through. So that means that these dusties are getting left by their significant others or whatever. They also mentioned 50-50 and wanting to tell women what to do while the woman is doing exactly what they're doing. How are you going to lead somebody when you're not in a better position than they are? That don't even make no sense. Leading you for what? Getting information you for what? You telling me what to do and how to do things for what when I'm got what you got or I got more than what you got? But this whole fake thing of supposedly being a leader because you're following behind white men, because that's where they got this whole ideology of me man, you woman, you do what I say. They got that straight up from white men. And I don't understand why, as a black person, black woman or black man, you would want to follow behind any type of ideology that white people will push forth. They're wholeheartedly chaotic. So what exactly about them would make you want to be like, I think I want to do things the way they do it. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's why we're never going to get anywhere, because black men are chasing behind white men and white men's version of masculinity. That's a whole nother topic. You know what I'm saying? But you notice, like I said, they mentioned women staying, women not leaving, control and power, and then just being broke and want women to suffer and struggle. Oh, and child support. Paying like, these women getting government benefits and this, that, and the third. If a woman did get government assistance or government benefits, what does that have to do with you? Nothing. So, let's see here. Solar Star says black girls look up to white people as well. They idolize them. Use a lie. Use a lie from the deepest, darkest pits of hell, Solar Star. The majority of black women and black girls do not idolize white people. If anything, white people idolize black people. That's the reason why they're using their AAVE. They're trying to do their hair like them. They're trying to be everything that black people are, trying to put their faces like them, their bodies like them, and everything else, and always staying in black people business. If I took a poll of 1,000 black women and black girls and asked them, do they idolize white people, they would say, hell to the no. Like, what are you talking about? Like, get up out of here with that BS. Talking about some black women idolize white people. Maybe you do. Like, the black women do not. Like, stop that. And that's just ridiculous. Like, I don't even have anything else to say about that. That just really upset me. Like, that really, really, really upset me. Yes, it triggered me, because to hear a black woman, if you're really black, to say something so wholeheartedly ignorant and idiotic, is a testimony to your own brokenness. Because what black people are you hanging around? Like, that's not a differing opinion. That's an insane lie. Like, that's not a differing opinion. That's like me coming up here and saying that it's my opinion that the sky is green. That's not a differing opinion. It is not green. It's not green. Yeah, but anywho, I'm just gonna block you. Get up out of here. I don't know who you are. I don't care who you are. I just care never to see you again. Goodbye. See ya. Bye bye. No, I don't need that type of coonish energy in my space. I don't respect coonery. No, she had sent me a request, and I really don't even care because she already blocked, so I couldn't even accept it if I wanted to. All right, so yeah, that because that was just nuts. Like, and then it's like you talking about like black women look up to white T models. What white T models? Like, I never in my life see any black women be on this app talking about
Trigger, do you
white
see
T
this
models.
guy Most High Lawson in the comments talking about when she brought up that black women look up to white women? Oh, that's triggering. Does he have something to say? Because why won't he come on the panel if he's got
I
something to
think,
say?
yeah, I think him and blonde braids need to come up here as well.
Well, see,
Yeah,
I already blocked blonde
yeah.
braids.
He blocked her, but Most High
Let's see where
he
he's
keeps
at.
acting up in the comments, and I told him request up if you have something to
Well,
say
let me see
because
where he's
he
at.
did the face palm emoji when Trigger was talking. I'm like, so if you got to do the face palm emoji, say what you have to say if you have an issue with what she's talking about.
If you
Yeah,
have
okay.
balls, say it with your chest.
I sent him a request. I sent him a request. But normally, a lot of the men that say a lot of stuff, they might not even say nothing. He might not even come in, but he's still in here. So please,
Because when Trigger was talking about, just BLK males expecting, black women to accept struggle and stick with them no matter what, he did the face palm emoji and he kept doing it. And I'm like, you know what? If you have an issue with black women not accepting struggle love, come and speak on it. Because that's the issue, number one. And that's why a lot of these dudes think that we're their enemy all of a sudden because we don't want to struggle with them. If you treat someone improperly, they're supposed to leave you. Why you wouldn't stay with someone who wasn't treating you properly? You wouldn't stay with someone who cheated on you. You wouldn't stay with someone who's not honoring, I guess, whatever agreement y'all have. So why would you expect a woman to do it? That's crazy.
Okay, I want to know if he's still here and haven't been blocked. I want to say most.
I invited him, but I think he rejected my invite. I mean, me personally, I looked at his picture. He looks like a Dusty, like one of those
Yeah.
Dusties that believe in like airbending. I don't know if y'all seen any of those guys that like have the bottles of like with like one little drop of water and they be like pressing their hands towards it and acting like they blowing it. Like he just seems like a Hotep Hebrew Israelite type of Negro. So it's
Yeah,
like those type of
Look,
men.
I'm getting the
I'm
Israelite vibes
traveling.
from him,
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm traveling with the Plaza Bites. See, I don't drive. I
He think you can get to
travel.
Africa through the Grand Canyon. One of those stupid
Yeah,
dudes.
the
Yeah.
earth is flat, and we all traveling with the Plaza Bites. You don't put your money, you don't invest your money in banks. You do it through your savings bonds. You get savings bonds like he's those Negroes. But yeah, I would love to like if he's still on here, don't block him. But I would love to for him to answer this question. Okay, say for example, you and I dated, and I cheated on you, and I gave you HIV. Will you stay with me? I like all these guys who think that we're the enemies. I would love to ask him that question. If I decided to FaceTime myself giving sloppy toppies to another man and you went through my phone and you seen me and you seen a video knowing we a couple that I gave sloppy toppies to another man, would you stay with me? We all know the
Girl,
answer.
you know he wouldn't. These dudes be
They
mad
wouldn't.
when
Yeah.
girls don't talk to them in high school. So you know darn well they can't get over that.
Yeah. Yeah, they ain't gonna get like I know that for sure. I mean I know that for facts. Like
And you know what?
like
I
girl,
seen somebody in the
I know.
comments, K Blessed. She said, "No, if you get sick with anything, the majority of them are out the door." I don't know if you guys heard of this girl.
Exactly.
She was on TikTok or whatever. She had cancer and she was 28, and they had said that they canceled her insurance or something like that and said her insurance was $5,000 for her to continue her chemotherapy. So she couldn't afford that and pay that. So her cancer progressed and she passed away on Christmas Day, and she was engaged. You know what I'm saying? And then she said that he was no longer there. And I already know, I'm not going to presume, but I just feel like it's probably because she was sick. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Also the lack of reciprocation. Like, you want black women to stay with you through all of these type of difficulties, struggle of eating one piece of bread a day and sharing a pack of ramen noodles, and you want her to deal with all of these things and struggle and stand by you. But if she needed somebody to stand by her, you wouldn't be around. You would be gone. You
Oh
wouldn't
no.
stay.
You don't even have to
Oh
be
no.
sick for most of these
Yeah.
BLK males to leave. You could just be pregnant.
Yeah.
Really?
Thank you. Soon as that pregnancy test turned positive, he is out the motherfucking door. Well, yeah, like, okay, good example. Love and Hip Hop, Medici. When Yandy asks, "Would you hold if I went to jail? Would you hold it down for me like I did for you?" He literally fell out. He literally told her into her face, "No, I would not."
Yep, I remember that too. And
He knows,
it
like,
was Yandy's fault that she didn't walk
yeah,
away then. Because y'all know, y'all see now that they said they
I
not
would have.
together.
And that's
She should have already known.
yeah,
Let me see here.
because I don't play.
Most High Lawson says we tired of y'all. Let me tell you something, Most High. Look, you just hold on. I'm gonna be right back, y'all.
Most High Lawson, we are tired of y'all. We are tired of y'all limp dicks, can't fuck for shit as Negroes. Okay? Like, we
BLK
are
males are
tired of
tired of
that. Y'all
themselves.
can't
They tired of
say,
themselves, to be honest.
man, shit. Your fucking hand is tired of you. Your fucking hand that you use to masturbate is tired of you. Shit, y'all motherfuckers can't even eat the pussy right. So of course I'ma be tired. You look like the nigga that will fuck, that I will fuck and then be like, you know what? Let me go and get
Girl,
my
you gonna get
vibrator
my
real
live
quick.
shut down. This is already number 2.
Oh, short. Sorry. I'm sorry. It ain't Trigger After Dark. I'm so.
Girl, that's why you had that alert on the last live. It said you got to take just Monica down right now.
Oh, oh,
Lord.
oh, 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 yeah. When I did that one raid of
Oh
like
my
all the
goodness.
races. Oh yeah, my bad. My bad.
I just want to say to Most High, sir, like, it's so crazy because it's so many of y'all that look like this,
I love
like
the TikTok shit.
busted, disgusted, unwanted, and y'all have the much to say about somebody being tired of black women. It doesn't matter if you're tired of black women. Black women don't want you, don't like you, don't find you attractive. And I know that for a fact. And any black women that do find you attractive are in the very, very small percentage of the black female population. Honestly and truly, like, y'all gotta stop this. Like, it's always y'all with these unfortunate faces that have the most to say about y'all being tired of black women, as if y'all have access to even 90% of black women. You don't even have access. It's like a game character on a game that's locked. You don't even have access to 90% of black women totally and wholeheartedly for you to even say that. I know there's not a black woman on this panel like you. So really, what are we talking about? Okay? So stop it. You can be tired all you want to, but it doesn't matter. Now, PG1908 said this is an AI photo. I know you ain't got no AI photo up here. I know you don't. I know you don't.
Oh my god. Even AI
But he
couldn't
can't
make me
even use
cute.
his real face. He can't even use his real face. That's so sad.
Yeah.
But
He
yeah,
probably uses. He was trying to use AI to tweak it. He can't even use the AI to tweak it. To tweak his face. That's how bad he looks.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. And just like Finesse Smile said in the comments, she said define black men would never exactly. And that's another thing that I don't talk about. Well, yeah, I do. I say it sometimes. I have never yet seen a black man that is attractive, has a nice body, is tall, has actually access to women that other men want, actually attractive black women. I've never seen them in these comments saying these things. Why? Because they're out there living life. They're not at home like you on Sunday You know what I'm saying? Being forced to ejaculate into inanimate objects. And that's the reason why you're really upset. That right there, being forced to ejaculate into inanimate objects because that's the only thing that you can do unless you got $40. And I really need y'all to get a grip, okay? Get a freaking grip, bro. Cause don't nobody care if you tired of them, cause don't nobody like you. You're ugly. Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So who cares if you tired? Don't nobody like you. Like, get a grip.
Ain't nobody
Honestly.
arguing with no dude with a fake face. Like, boo, we not doing that.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna wrap this up soon, y'all. But I'm gonna go up here to Not a Girl though. And then I'll let you guys, Not a Guru, and then I'll let you guys speak again before I wrap it up and get out of here. Go ahead, Not a Guru.
Hi guys, hi panelists. I didn't even get to hear the topic of conversation. Can someone tell me what the topic is?
Oh, really, it was, to be honest with you, it was just, I was hoping that I could get more men to answer it, but as usual, the men are either intellectually dishonest or just intellectually delayed. But it was just about because this guy that's in the picture, he had some videos where he talked about how black women are so, mean and evil, and black women are the enemy to the black man, and how he won't help a older elder black woman in the grocery store. He doesn't like young black girls, little black girls, or anything, because black women are just so bad. And so I was asking the question of, what have black women done that you can prove with facts, historical context, or whatever, that black women are the black man's enemy or the black man's number one enemy? And none of them were able to answer that question. But that's what it was about, though.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of that is projected hatred, projected insecurity, because it's like, at the end of the day, it's so sad, because any man that understands that your race, your racial group only exists because of your women, right? Like, men will have gripes or issues about their women, but your women are the core aspect of life, right? They create life, they sustain the communities, and beyond that. And when you look at the history of black women in this country and what black women have helped provide for black men, especially, like, to have that kind of animosity, again, is just this perceived jealousy that he has within himself and his own insecurities, because he can't compete with other men.
I'm sorry, just 1 second, Not a Guru. Monica, who
What
is
the
this?
hell?
Who
Who's
is
this
this,
jump
That's
Monica?
scare?
him.
This
That
is
is
the guy
him.
that we were just talking to?
Yeah.
I know damn
Oh,
well.
I know.
I know damn
Yeah.
Dusty well.
Oh, my goodness. I
I
know
know
you a lie.
damn
Yep.
Dusty well.
Yep.
Oh, I know this is the
Yep.
Most
Uh-uh.
High. Oh, my
The
goodness.
Most High. Yeah, he look Most High.
He
You are the Most
Yeah.
High. You stay the Most High. That's that. You as high as you can get in this picture.
he
And he
look
got a
Most
lot.
High.
You know
he
what? He
looked
look. You know
dehydrated.
that one
He looked
dog. You
dehydrated. He looked thirsty.
ashy.
He looked like his belly is filled with nothing but ramen noodles and flaming hot Cheetos. He looked like the only thing that's in his bank
Mm.
account is $1.75. Okay, come on now. What are we talking about?
You know
Oh
he
my
use
God.
Cash App. He ain't got no bank account. He be using Cash App.
Yeah, he used Cash App and Chime. He don't know what a bank account is.
Hold on. The bank don't deal with nothing that look like that. Ew.
Thank you.
Yuck. Yuck.
Y'all remember that one little droopy looking dog? That cartoon of that droopy looking dog? That's what he looks like
Yeah,
in
oh
human
yeah, I know
form.
what I forgot the name of that dog, but yeah, I know.
Dude look like
That's what.
Scrappy Dappy Doo. He look like Scrappy
Yes.
Dappy Doo.
Oh my goodness.
Yep,
You
I
know
have
what?
him.
He looks very dusty though. Very dusty, very
He
dehydrated, very
does.
busted. And you know what he looked like? He
Even
looked
his
like,
hair is not even moisturized.
you know what he looked like? He looked like the in between his toes smell like hot dog water. That's what he looked like.
He
Like, you
look
know
like the brush you clean the toilet with. That's what he look like. He look like damn toilet brush. Ew.
he looked like he smelled like Black and Milds and regret. That's what he looked like.
And he look like disappointment. He look like he like a light skinned version of disappointment. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He looked like he only got a 6th grade education.
He do.
He,
Oh
he
my
looked like he
goodness.
got the he looked like he got the reading level of capability of Junie B. Jones.
Oh, hold on, y'all. Let me take
Anything?
this man off of here before I get in trouble. Lord have mercy.
Okay.
Oh, oh, that was just too funny. That was just too funny, honestly.
Alrighty. He's off. He's gone down. Let me go and
Oh
delete
my
him.
goodness, y'all blew me. Y'all blew me. But I'm
That's
sorry, not a
sad. That's
guru.
really sad. That's really sad. Something that looked like that. Oh my God.
Yeah, I want to let me be nosy for one. Yeah, let me be nosy
Ooh.
for one quick second.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that, Monica. Oh, I forgot I interrupted not a guru. Go ahead, sis. I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to catch my breath because oh my God. Yeah. A lot of that is just it's just projection. A lot of that is projection because men that can't compete and can't see the fact that they live in a system that was not created for them, but are still identifying with that system of patriarchy and the benefits that they see that men of a certain caliber, white men, reap from the system that they created to benefit themselves. They don't want to understand that the system is feeding on them and other men of color in order to sustain itself. They're going to blame the fact that they can't mobilize within the system the way that they covet and they have coveted for how many hundreds of years when it comes to white men, due to black women or due to some sort of external factor outside of themselves because they're not willing to do the work. They're not willing to see themselves. They're not willing to see their own inner deficits and insecurities. Like, why is it that black men are the only men where, oh, they were bullied for liking anime or liking comic books? When they were younger, and that's their excuse for dating other women from other races, as if Asian men were not bullied by women of their own race, or Hispanic men were not bullied by women of their own race, or white men were not bullied by women of their own race, especially if they were nerdy, quote unquote, but they still date within their own race, right? They don't use these things, these little markers as permissible to then supersede the women of their race, especially not to down the women of their race. When you openly disregard the women of your race, in the guise of even masculinity, they don't realize what you're doing is you're proving to other men that you're defeated, right? Who shits on their own home, right? Like, who shits on the origin of their race, their life? If you're supposed to compete in this structure of patriarchy, you need numbers, right? You need more men, you need more people on your side, and destroying your women or downcasting your women or trying to placate your women to be the opposition or the issue is the first telltale sign of defeat.
All right. I got you, guru. Let me say, you guys, I appreciate everything that you guys were saying. All of your thoughts and your perspectives and your points. I am sorry that I wasn't able to get some actually. I mean, I feel like any black man that want to answer the prompt and not say that the prompt wasn't true is already an idiot, because there's no way you can ever prove me wrong about this particular topic, with facts or whatever. But, I don't know. It's always disappointing to have black men come up, and especially like the two black men that came up today were like older black men. And you see that these black men they can't speak. They can't formulate a sentence. They don't have any comprehension. these are the fathers of the next upcoming generation, and they have nowhere to get any type of information or intelligence or intellect from or education or anything because their fathers are complete idiots. So it's like, how are they going to progress and move forward to be functional human beings and good, quote unquote, good black men when they don't have any examples? Because the tree that they're, what does it say? The apple isn't far from the tree or whatever. The tree that they're falling from is just, busted, disgusted, ignorant, uneducated, and just foolish. So it's just like, I don't know what to say. But I do feel like if you're 40 something years old and you're a black man and you don't have any education and you can't even speak cohesively or coherently, that's a problem. Really. And just like the Dusty that we showed up here, Most High Lawson, and the only reason why I haven't blocked him is because it's fun to talk about him. But at the end of this, I'll block him too. I think it's very weird when you see dusty men that don't even look like they wash up behind their ears or underneath their armpits. You know what I'm saying? That they have the most to say. It's like you have the most to say, but then you have the least up inside your skull and the least amount of education. It's absolutely crazy. They will be quicker to believe some dude like Young Pharaoh or some other idiot on YouTube rather than to take the time and educate themselves, pick up a book, research or read. Just downright foolishness. And the lack of intellect is just nuts. Okay, Most High, you want to come up here before we get out of here? Go ahead. Just make sure you keep it cute because it only takes 1 second to block. But what did you have to say about the prompt?
Most educated, yes, probably so, but the most in debt. Also, your education that you're getting from
Okay, so
school
once
was not.
again, you're the
You
most
say you
dusty.
say you was
You're
giving.
dusty. I'm not about to hear what you got to say because that's
Of
not
course, because
saying
you don't.
anything.
Of course, because you don't
Answer
want to
the
hear
prompt.
facts.
Answer the prompt,
It's
Dusty.
answering the prompt,
And
dumbass.
no, you're a
It's answering the
dumbass,
prompt,
Dusty. No,
dumbass.
you're not. You're not answering the prompt. You're not answering the prompt. What does being the most in debt have to do with being the enemy of the black man, Goofy? Huh? What does
And how
that have
much
to
debt
do
you got, you
with being
roach
the
face
enemy of the
ass?
black man and neglecting to say that black women go in debt because they're being educated? Something that men like you are not doing. First of all, you're not being educated and you're not brushing your teeth either. So exactly what are you doing in this life? You're not brushing your teeth and you're not being educated. Oh my God, that's so terrible. So once again, here's another Goofy. I just sat there and talked about the intellect and the education level of black men being poor, and you come up here and prove it yet again. Yet again, I say, what have black women done to prove themselves to be the enemy of the black man? And you say the most in debt. What? 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 I I didn't know being broke made you an enemy to black men. To black men. Because if being broke makes you an enemy, then black men are the enemy to everybody across the entire planet.
Boom.
Because you're the super brokest. You're the brokest male here, everywhere. Even places where you are the majority, you're broke and living in huts and can't help your women and your children. So exactly what is that make you the enemy or what are we talking about? It's so crazy that y'all are so, I don't know what to say about this. Like,
Most
it's
High was
scary.
you're not even able to stick on topic. Like whatever issue that you have internally with black women, you need to work that out with a therapist and you need to work that out within yourself, right? We're talking about evidential, historical, specific information. We are not talking about the feelings that you have because a black girl told you that you need to get whatever dreadlock, whatever you got going on the top of your head fixed, right? Whatever issue that you're projecting on the collective has nothing to do with us. Those are your internalized issues. Please go get therapy, get your shit straight, and good luck to you, right?
It's
But
just
stop projecting.
crazy. Somebody looking so burnt out like that. Like, you look so burnt out and so worn and weary. You look like a doggone easy chair that has been sat in by somebody grandma for the last 20 years. Like, you look very exhausted and very tired around the eyes and the mouth. And the fact that you could come up here and once again, like I said, not answer the prompt after you've been in here all of this time and we just sat there and roasted people and you still did not answer the prompt is just like I said, none of you Dusties will ever be able to answer it because there's no answer for it because it's not true. It's not true. The fact that you would say the most in debt is just like I said, oh my gosh. And just like PG 1908 said in the comments, 15 billion in child support debt. Or well, no, excuse. Oh my goodness, I didn't know the stat. No, she said, PG 1908. Can you say that? And you tell me you got that off the
Yes,
line?
yes. No, I got that offline. I was on. I don't know if you know this creator, but it was another creator that I was on his live, and they pulled it up, and it's $113 billion in child support debt. And guess the percentage that Black men are responsible for? Just guess.
I gotta know. Tell
50,
me, tell me.
53%. So I don't know who has the calculator, but calculate 53% of 113 billion. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do a little research and see what is 53% of 113 billion. Get that number and see what is the debt that Black women owe in college debt. And I'm going to compare the numbers and I'll come back with my findings.
All right. I would appreciate that. But then that's what I'm talking about. But he's talking about the most in debt. You see what I'm saying? The lack of education, the lack of knowing anything. Like I said, they never know any stats either. But they do know pointless stats. Like if you ask him about LeBron James' latest numbers, or when did Kobe Bryant retire, or something like that's nonsensical that won't help your life at all. I'm sure Dusty Most High can tell you about that. If you ask him, what's his favorite NBA 2K player, I'm sure he can answer that as well. But if you ask him how to spell gracious or maybe even hello, I can guarantee you he doesn't know how to spell those words, simple words, but he knows these other things. Absolute foolishness. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. Like honestly, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I really don't. And the fact that he wanted to try to call me a dumbass when the dumbest of the dumbest of the dumbest asses is him is just crazy. Cause ain't no way in the world you gonna sit there and look like a smoked out Charlie Brown and then try to come for me. Sir, like I think you need to get some blood work and check your labs. Cause you look like you need at least like one good soul food meal with a dose of 3 multivitamins. Okay? And to make sure that you don't got the package though. As skinny as he was looking and dehydrated and sucked in the face like a baby black crypt keeper. Like if y'all used to watch Tales from the Crypt, that little skeleton monster? Stop playing with me, bro. Like honestly, just crazy. Like I said, it's the ugly ones that have the most to say. The most to say. Just burnt out and ugly. Man, like for real, I just can't believe a man that was born with an unfortunate face like that is not nice. You cannot be a mean dude and have a face that looks like that. You got to figure out, pick your struggle. Because I know you ain't got no money. Your hair determined that's a lie. So once again, not even that, your complexion, your pallor, the fact that you look like the only thing you eat are processed foods on a regular basis. Okay, nothing but doggone DiGiorno pizzas and hot dogs. Okay, I know that you're not eating good. So the fact that you're not focused on that and you're focused on this is crazy. Crazy. Like I said, you got way more bigger fish to fry and things to worry about than what's going on in this life, especially since you couldn't answer the prompt. Like, I don't know what you thought. Whatever you thought wrong. Ain't a day in this world you would ever feel like you can disrespect me. Yes, I believe you make over 100 grand. 100 grand in golden grams, 100 grand in honeycombs,
He can't even
100
count that
grand in
high.
Rice
He
Krispie
cannot
treats.
even count that damn high. So I know darn well that's not true.
Hey, do y'all remember that old candy bar called 100 grand? It's like in a red package. That's what you making. Maybe they gave you 100 of those. I believe that. 100 of the 100 grands. But
He
I
a
don't believe you
butterfinger.
making that.
That's all he get is a darn butterfinger.
You got some Butterfingers and some Nestle Crunches and some Hershey bars. I know you ain't getting no 100 grand. Because if you are, then why don't you make an appointment with your primary care doctor and get that checked out? Cause you look very, 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 very dehydrated and dusty.
And if he
There's
got
got to
so
be
much
some
money, how
script.
come he can't get his locks retwisted? He need a
Exactly.
touch up.
He got to figure out something, okay? He got to figure out something. They should be able to help you at least be able to get some burgers or something like that, sir. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think I think he's energetically deficiated too, because he's just coming up in here trying to steal our energy as women.
This the
You can
most
tell
attention he's got all
yeah,
year.
this is the
Bless
most
his heart.
attention he's ever gotten. And you know how certain dusties are. Men need female validation, especially the dusties, especially the low what those ones that are always on Reddit. Oh God, what are they called?
Incels?
You say
Incels.
they need female validation. Most
They
High, you
need
are
female
invalid.
validation.
You are
They need
nothing.
female.
You are the lowest of the low. You are the scum at the bottom of the scum. You are nothing. You need to just go ahead and just understand that. Okay, you are
Female
not valid.
attention, female validation, because they can't get access to women. They can't get access to us. So the next best thing to get our attention is even our anger, because in their world, female validation is everything. That's what gives a man identity. And so if they're not getting any female validation, any female scoring, any female play, anything when it comes to a woman, they're nothing. And that's why they lose their minds. Right?
Well,
Like
see, that's the
men.
reason why social media can be problematic, because it
Mhm.
gives these types of dudes access to women that they're not supposed to have access to. He can just come in
Period.
here and talk
And
to
it
us.
makes them
And
delusional.
if we were in the real world, we wouldn't even look at this dude.
Period. It makes them delusional. I also think that men like that, like men in general, the amount of beautiful women that exist today just should not be perceived by most of these men, because their egos have been inflated to this grandiose level that they compare themselves to NBA players. They compare themselves to men of means and access and wealth and power, like real power, and then talk about women who are also on these levels and how these women are hoes, or these women are these women are this. Granted, some of them are moving the way that they're moving, but regardless, that is not a reality most of these men can access. That is not a reality most of these men can even dream of having. So the conversation as if they could ever get a woman that looks like a Sweetie, or that looks like a Sanaya Latham, or looks like a Nia Long, it's delusional, beyond delusion, right? Like, just, it's crazy.
All right. I got you, Guru. I appreciate you, sis. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here, and I just want to say thanks so much for PG 1908 coming up here, sis. You know, I always appreciate you for coming up and participating in the lives and just being there and just being, funny and just you and speaking facts and stuff like that all the time. I just want to give you a shout out and say I really, really, really do appreciate you, PG 1908. And I also appreciate Monica as well. Always good to hear from Monica. She always got something to say to put them in their place as well. I appreciate you as well, Monica. Also appreciate Miss Not a Guru that came up here as well. Appreciate you too, sis, for dropping gems as well. And I hopefully, this wasn't alive as long as I normally do, but I'm about to go get off here and get me something to eat. So that's why I'm leaving. But I appreciate y'all, and I hope you guys have fun in the live. And I will be live. I'll be going live on here tomorrow and Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday, I'll be on live still on this particular channel or this page or whatever, because I'm blocked until after Tuesday. So I'll be over here 2 more days, and then I'll be back on my main page, y'all. That DO live that I had about DO men was just too spicy. The DO men found a live and just started going crazy with reporting. So all right, I'll see y'all later. Love y'all.